All right, here's my little apartment garden we got going here. I got chocolate mint that I just bought. These plants, this is not great soil. I'm actually gonna replace this soil soon. But we got aloe vera. We have garlic growing in the aloe vera pot. We have garlic growing all throughout this garden. I have fresh fallen leaves as mulch, and some hay. If you look closely, we got carrots coming out. Oop, get out of the way, garlic. Carrots coming out right there. And then there's this carrot who's been in here for a while. I have not had very good success with carrots, so I'm just gonna leave it in there. I mean, hopefully I won't pluck it early. But yeah, more carrots coming up. There's basil. I've had this covered so the freeze didn't kill my basil plants, even though they are starting to flower. These are, the nursery called these blanquito peppers, but I'm pretty sure they're called Peruvian white habanero peppers. They start off this light yellow white color and they get darker. There's no red ones on there, but the red is the spiciest. We've already harvested a few. These are some basils that I taken off of these basils actually, and I'm propagating them in there. They're looking very healthy and firm. There's Maggie reading a farming book. Hello.
Hello.
Here's another basil that I propagated. We have some green onions that my mom threw out in the compost. I took them out and planted them so we could have infinite green onions. More infinite green onions here with some carrots struggling in here. A squirrel dug some stuff up earlier, so it was damaged, but yeah, a squirrel jumped in this pot as well. But there's still carrots growing out of here. This is also a hibiscus plant. It's pretty old. I almost killed it last year with the freeze, and then I managed to bring it back to life. And right here we got red Russian kales germinating. Some are still germinating. A lot of them are pretty good looking. I might get some in the ground. And yeah, that's the garden we got going right now. Here's a sweet potato that's not doing as well as I would think. Not exactly sure why. It could be the freeze or the lack of sunlight. As you can see, the sun isn't down, but the garden no longer is getting sunlight because of the roof and the pillar. Yeah, fun times. I also have cilantro planted in here along with garlic and lettuce. Iceberg lettuce, I believe that is. A romaine. And I believe this is also romaine lettuce. Is that the lettuce or is that a weed? I don't know. Here's an old onion that's I forgot about. I didn't transplant, and then I threw it in there. And this is my oil pot system. Oh yeah, around the oil pot we have kale plants. 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's one over here as well. And then we have other kale plants in their own pots. We'll be selling these to people, whoever wants their own kale plant. And these are fresh fallen leaves. Don't worry, they don't got like dog pee and poop on them. And that's my oil pot. More kale. And yeah, that's kind of everything right here at, oh wait, no actually. So yeah, with this potato that's struggling. I bought this from Whole Foods, and this is kind of my sweet potato plant maker. Whenever I want to plant more sweet potatoes, I'll cut some off of here and put them in the ground. Each of these nodes right there can produce roots. And then right here I have potatoes planted there, there, and there, and then we have kale along in between there. There's also another potato in the middle. And yeah, everything's looking nice so far. Oh yeah, and here's my compost pile, the temporary one. The real big one is at Maggie's house, but that's what's going on. Oh, almost forgot these guys. This is an old sentimental rubber fern or shrub, but this is a new lovely lemon tree that I've purchased, and we've been germinating or pollinating these as much as we can since we don't have it outside. I'm just using this little paintbrush And this bulb in the middle of the flower is the female part, and this pollen are the male parts. And you just kind of paint the female part with the pollen. And yeah, that's how you have flower 6. And I am filming. All right, so is this able to see what I'm doing? Looks like it can. All right, so right now we're plucking dead leaves off of my sweet potato vines because there was a freeze that came through a couple nights ago, and I just haven't gotten around to plucking all these leaves off. No, I didn't cover the garden because these plants are baller and they are good.
What do you think of this one?
Yeah, I would say go to the base, and if it's still sturdy down there, but look, see, also at the base right there you can see there's new leaves growing right there. So it's best to actually take this off to divert the energy away from that one, to encourage new growth of the healthier leaves that will absorb more sunlight efficiently. Do a little overview. We got some more sweet potatoes that looks like the leaves have died off a bit, but there's also kale growing over there. My little compost pile, an old orange tree that I'm pretty sure can't give us fruit. We have a struggling cauliflower that has a bit too much shade. We have a bunch of lettuce that bolted due to Texas, and we got a much younger cauliflower right here. But then we have our radishes that are actually doing pretty nicely. Should be ready within a couple weeks. And then we have right here another cauliflower along with our cilantro that we started, another cauliflower, and we got these 3 cauliflowers right here doing very nicely. We got garlic right there, and we have these garlic, and then we have Malabar spinach right here, which might be a bit too close to this brassica right there. They're going to be competing for the same nutrients. Slight mistake on my part. Lettuce there growing. This is not the prettiest garden by any means, but it is definitely my garden. It is working for now. And yeah, we're plucking leaves off of there whenever we want. Can have spinach whenever we want, cilantro whenever we want. And we got a bunch of wild carrots growing back here. I didn't plant any carrots back here yet. I don't know where these came from, but there is actually a whole lot of them back here. This is my broccoli patch right here. It's looking very nice, very lovely. My patch of broccoli with a bunch of wild carrots growing all throughout here. Yes, very nice. And there's garlic growing throughout this garden, everywhere I could fit it right here. There's also grass growing, but I had stopped plucking the grass because sometimes it looks like garlic, and I've accidentally pulled out some garlic thinking it was grass. This one is definitely grass. Lucky guess, at least. Yeah, right. Yeah, but these broccolis are looking really nice. I'm noticing, so this square right here actually has black cow compost right here, so I'm thinking that that might be a sign. Good thing I stocked up on that stuff, because yeah, those are the best looking broccolis so far. Might need to refertilize in a week or 2. And I also have arugula growing throughout here. Do not mind the weeds. These are actually helpful to my fertilizer program, because I do not pay for fertilizer. I create my own fertilizer. Let's take all these. You want to pull out the roots too. Has a lot of nutrients stored up in those roots. There's Maggie working away on the dead leaves. So we come over here. I got this bucket saved up, but here is where I'm making more of my Jadam fertilizer. It is not airtight by any means, but it does work very well. And there's that dog. And then you can put a brick over there. Just gotta hold that down. But we also have Woo! Did not know that had water on it. Oh wow. All right. We got even more in there. Woo, that is stinky. But that right there is money. Ugh. That is our Jadam fertilizer. We just throw the weeds in there basically and fill it up with water. You want to make sure it's completely submerged with water, and the water will dissolve all the nutrients. Oh look, his little cat. That's Wanja. That means prince in Korean. He is very regal. And this is my drip irrigation setup that I got going on. And turn that on. Now we have water flowing here. And yeah, just kind of cover everything up with water. All that green stuff is eventually going to dissolve and make this very fertile fertilizer. This is after I took out a lot of the fertilizer. I took out about 10 gallons from here already of ready fertilizer, and I've been using that, and it looks like it's doing very good in the garden. But yeah, for those of you who don't know, I am decided to start a farm. It's called Green Duck Farms. There's a packet of cilantro. Well, that's nice. This is a mulch slash compost pile for slash weed pile. Ugh. For this Mexican plum tree that is overwintering right now. It's just lost all of its leaves due to it being fall. This is native to Central Texas, and it's going to provide a lot of good fruit for us. Hopefully it's provided homes for a lot of spiders and bugs and everything. There's a little spider web right there. The camera can pick it up, I'm not sure. And then over here I just planted some cilantro in this row right here. And then moving on, we got more what is this, arugula right there. And then we have beets growing. We have beets, and we also have some Korean radish as well. I believe that's what this plant is, and this is the beet. And then we keep moving down this row. These sweet potatoes are not looking good. They have a lot of leaves that got hit with the frost damage. That frost was unexpected, by the way. That's the main reason I didn't cover up most of my plants. We got kale here as well. This kale is looking very nice. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Everything is growing, and this just needs some cosmetic work, really. That's a tough one to get rid of. There we go. Got all those roots out into the compost or the fertilizer, whichever I want. And I'll make more room for more plants, of course. I really just need to get going on more plants. And lettuce, that's what I really need to get started on. Romaine lettuce. But yeah, I do have this Malabar spinach set up right along this path over here. It's gonna grow good. I have more beets also right here growing alongside it. Of course, with this is a random onion that I just never got rid of, and I'm just gonna leave it there until it gets huge. Everything's organically grown. The only fertilizer I use is made out of the weeds in this backyard, so no nutrients are escaping from the farm. Everything is being used and turned into food. That's the goal. And yeah, follow along as everything grows and goes and looks prettier along the way.
Until next time.